Hello everybody, this is Tony Lee, the insider and whistleblower of Chinese pharma industry. This is my second episode. First one I told about the company called Lonza, Swiss one, and this one I will talk about a Chinese company called Porton. And same items, how could we let patients take contaminated pills? I worked there for 17 months as senior purchase manager, and I have my email listed here. If you have questions, you can ask me, and I will respond as quick as possible. I will talk about two topics. One is Porton and those too big to fail. How powerful big pharma in China. In 2021, I have the special record sent to FDA China to disclose the violation of the CGMP, and also send it to USA and email to disclose all those violations. And I listed in 10 areas. For each area, I picked up 2 examples from the report. And in this episode, I will focus on number 1, the pollution, clean area, and the number 4, accident almost cost lives, which we have details. Let's say the contamination. In July 12, 2019, and at the night shift manager found that 3 doors of clean area of plant 105 were all opened. Employee get inside and outside freely. Means the area was contaminated. It's now sealed tight. The second case was July 30th at the night shift of plant 102. Manager found that the outside window and the inside screen of the purified water station were all opened, and it's connected to the GMP plant's corridor, and such opening was not allowed. The Chinese FDA said because it's passed the customer's audit, they will not file a case. And in CGMP actually, the customer audit is not evidence that the company not violate CGMP. So this excuse make me speak lies. And they did not give paper evidence, just notice. So I sued FDA in Chongqing, where the plant located, and the court collected some of the evidence from FDA, and they said the individual have no right to sue the FDA, and it's violate the constitution. But I will use another episode to talk about the Chinese law. And the next case is about the accident almost took lives. First one is in plant 304. Employee Liu fainted after inhaling nitrogen. If you have interest, you can stop here and look into the detail in the PPT. In short, the employee mixed the compressed air with nitrogen, and actually the root cause is that the plant did not separate and take the nitrogen with the compressed air, and the workers could not find the right one. A sad story is that the fan which used to blow the tanks broken for almost 1 year. Nobody care, no maintenance there. Next accident was happened in plant 102. Female who feel no good after inhaling D40. This code is nicotine. It happened in July 27th. Actually, the employee made some mistake. They did the wrong process, and they don't want people to find out they did something wrong. They just want to cover it, use their own way to reverse the process. They made some mistake, dropped several hundred grams of poisoned chemicals on the floor, and they mopped it with their own way, did not deactivate the poison chemical, and who was found chemical poisoned. The root cause for this is the process on site was not followed. And I'm curious, is this one a single case, or it's continued to happen in the factory? You can find it out by yourself in those files I offered. There are 1,000 violations. I worked in this factory 17 months as senior purchase manager, and I saw many people left. And what made me concerned is those people in the key position. I listed 15 people, and the general manager, the HR VP, the HR manager, the QA director, the EHS director, group sourcing director, strategy sourcing director, senior sourcing manager, manufacturing plant manager, and another 2 plant manager, and a big customer manager, purchase manager Suzhou, training manager of Porton University, technical department manager. So many people in key position left the company. And would you have any concern? And let's see how confident the customer and the plant itself. I have a case listed here. It was happened on March 2019. I have this report received, and I noticed one project called T380. It's a code to hide the real pills on market. And it's a CRO project. CRO means Contracted Research Organization. Did some research work for its customer. And the Porton QC said the product was not qualified, but the customer said it's qualified. And the action plan was the business manager of Porton will communicate with the QC to solve the problem. Do you wonder how should this solve the problem? And if I were the customer or patient, when I learn the name of this pill, I won't buy it or take it. And I say who is the customer base of the mentioned company. In year 2021, Porton reported that they had 600 global customers, and let's say those shining names in their report: Johnson & Johnson, Janssen Science, Gilead, GSK, Pfizer, Roche, Novartis, Boehringer Ingelheim. EMA, the Europe FDA, did not file a case. Are they too big to fail? And they say how powerful Big Pharma in China. Why? I had 6 lawsuits against Lonza and Porton. I will say a gang of judges stepped on every Chinese law that protect human rights. In my first labor lawsuit against the Chongqing Changshou Court, where the plant really located, won't let me sue Porton. The judges said she did not receive my plaint and she won't let me submit it in trial, and ruled that Porton cannot pay me for my salary losses, which caused by Porton's breach of the labor contract, and the 1 month's salary that should be paid for lack of notice time before the termination of the contract would be ignored because the judge had it moved from the verdict. In my second case, against the Porton who slandered on my working experience paper. The Chongqing Changshu Court ruled that Longsa has no obligation to issue insurance certificates and unemployment benefit collection paper for employee, which I needed to apply for my another job in another city. And although this verdict had no basis in law, the judges just put it on the verdict, and also ruled that Porton could slander me according to the law because the judges said they're not capable for the job on my experience certificate was a legal concept. And the judge just found a way to creatively explain the legal concept. And I disclosed these two cases on my blog, and also disclose all those fake evidence offered by Porton to the court. And the judge, Bei, threatened the plaintiff in court, and he would write something that the plaintiff did not say, which plaintiff was me, in trial record. And if I insist to read the evidence against Porton. This is a political trick inherited from the Cultural Revolution time. Of course, when so many judges violate the law by themselves, I will protest to the prosecutor, and the prosecutor of Chongqing told that judges in Chongqing have no obligation to check if the Porton uses fake evidence in court. Hence, plaintiff has no right to protest against Chongqing judges who use fake evidence in his or her verdicts. It's my third year being a whistleblower to revenge bullying, blackmail, and retaliation from Longsa and Porton, and I have 6 lawsuits against them. I know forbearance and evasion can only make lawbreakers more arrogant. I have a letter written to Chinese Prime Minister Li Keqiang through the National Bureau that deals with protest letters and visits of the public to protest the gun of dozens of judges and prosecutors in Chongqing City, according to the legal system, and accusing the legal system in Chongqing was totally corrupted. My letter could be downloaded from my Weibo blog. The letter and evidence were translated in English, and the code also included. You can check this web. In my letter, I have lots of evidence offered in this link, also those fake evidence, those verdicts, and you can check by yourself. And later on, I will make some episode regarding the Chinese law and why those judges violate Chinese law. Thanks, and please share this video with those patients who are concerned regarding contamination, and to join me to make a change, not only in China, but the whole world, to protect our own health rights. As a patient who survived 2 surgeries on my liver, I will tell the dent I have with Longsa, Porton, and FDA, and how I performed in my 6 lawsuits against them in Chinese court in my future episode. Please subscribe to my channel and support for the truth and justice. And I hope if you find this evidence useful in Europe and the USA, you can also issue some lawsuit against those organizations who protect those pigs. And thank you very much.